Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on. Well, I am going to be moving. Finally going to be moving into my house. And I'm not going to have internet service for, I believe, 3 days or 4. Or cable because of the northeaster, the storm that we had the other day. And so my videos are going to be late. And I don't know what I'm going to do with myself without, I guess I have my cell phone, but anyways, I won't be able to watch TV. I won't be able to do a lot of things. I guess I will be meditating. I will meditate. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to meditate for the days I don't have any service. So anyways, my videos won't be uploaded on time and they're going to be late. I'm going to have to play the catch-up game. And the catch-up game ain't a fun game to play, but it's a game that I'm going to have to play. So let's talk about what's going on. Okay, I did see the challenge yesterday. The challenge was actually good. It was actually really good. I was so happy for Cam. Cam, she won, the elimination round. I believe she won it against Ashley. We know Ashley is a beast and she always comes through at the end. But Cam was able to beat 2 legends, on the show. And I was like, oh shit. So Cam is actually doing really good. So it shows that Cam is a contender. And she also made Leroy happy and proud because Leroy's not claiming that they're dating, but I know they are. And then we got to see Britt go home. There was no way that she was going to be able to beat Laura. Laura's a beast. Laura done won the challenge, I think twice, but I believe. And she even, she had to partner up with Zach and she was yelling at him because he was weak. And so I was just like, damn. And fucking Nelson and Darrell, Darrell came back. You guys know I love Darrell. I love his personality, how he is, how he tries to help the youngins on the show, especially the African American people on the show, and try to protect them and try to help them. He tries to show brotherly love to each and everybody, period. And he came, and I can't believe Nelson beat Darrell. Are you kidding me? Yep. Nelson beat Darrell. So Nelson is still in the house. I'm glad Nelson is still in the house, but I'm not happy about how Nelson let Kaylee leave and how he didn't have her back at all. But it is said, I watched some other interviews that said that Kaylee was really messing with Bananas. It wasn't like fugazi. It wasn't just like a kiss. It was a lot more to that. So it is what it is with that situation. And then let's talk about, what's his name? Devin picking the teams. Devin did an awful job of picking the teams. Very bad job picking the teams. Like, why would you not have Zach on your team? Like, whoa. And his team lost, like, OMG. But Nelson was protected because he helped Tony out and he helped Zach out. And it's like Tony is a really contender this season. Tony's not playing. So it's like Tony, Zach, Brad, and Kyle's pretty doing good too, but he's not as strong as these guys. And who else? Leroy. And Leroy feels really out of place. He feels like he's on the chopping block, and he is on the chopping block because he is, Johnny Bananas' friends. But no one has no no one has no love lost for, Johnny Bananas. The only person that does is actually Leroy. No one feels sorry that he's not there, whatever. And then we see Natalie. She's going around. She's trying to build a relationship with, Nelson, and trying to get up in his drawers, trying to be his friend. Before, she wasn't his friend. She was all with Johnny Bananas because she wasn't feeling Nelson or whatever. So now she's trying to be friends with Nelson. But when she goes into the Inquisition or whatever, and to make the determination, she throws Nelson under the bus, but Nelson comes back because she didn't want to piss off Zach, and she did not want to piss off Tony because right now she doesn't have Johnny Bananas there to protect her. And I don't think they're gonna have her back on the next go around because Zach is not here for pretty faces anymore. Jenna is his pretty face or whoever he's messing with, so he's not here for being running with a girl because she's looking up to him or she wants to be with him or she's flirting with him. And Tony better not be doing anything because he's supposed to be a changed man and not cheat on his baby mamas or baby mother or whatever. So Natalie is trying to, save face with everybody, but she did shut on Nelson, and now Nelson's back in the house. So now, she better hope that Zach and she better hope that Tony has her back and don't turn on her, because Nelson would have kept it real with her, because whoever was in a allegiance or in a team with Nelson or in an alliance, Nelson always kept it real with them. He never like shitted on them or whatever. And I'm so proud of Nelson. He's doing so well and so good. But just the situation with Kaylee was a bad look. How he let, especially him being a manager or in charge of a strip club, he should have been able to deal with that situation a lot differently, because in strip clubs, people have relationship with different people cheat, people kiss and make out without letting other people know. So it seems like he should have been able to control that, if he still, but he does have experience in being a manager of strippers, basically in a strip club. So you would think he would have handled that Kaylee situation better. Cam got a grenade. I think Brad is going to get a grenade, and Nelson's going to get a grenade. If they all use the grenade all concise against a couple of people, maybe they can pull this off. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And Kara, she's doing pretty good, but her alliance was with Bananas. Her alliance is really not with, Zach and Tony. They're cool or whatever, but they don't got her back like that. So we're going to see how all this is going to play out. It was actually a good episode, especially seeing the legends come through and actually seeing Nicole cry or whatever, because she seen Laura. And I guess Laura said that, Nicole did some grimy stuff. I can see Nicole cheating on Laura. I don't see Laura cheating on Nicole. I don't see that. But Brad is going to be hurt, and Brad is going to come back with a vengeance, because they sent Brett home, Tony and Zach, and it was just like, that's why Britt should have been minding her business with that situation that went down with Kaylee. See, what goes around comes around. Being nasty and mean to people comes back to you. And she had no business even getting into that beef, because it really didn't even bother her. Because in the midst of all the ladies arguing and yelling, she was sitting on the bed making out with Brad. So she should have been focused on having a more of alliance with Tony and with, Zach or whatever, talking to them and letting them know that, they're her number 2 and number 3. But she didn't, so we'll see who's next. Jimmy should be going in pretty soon. And, Kayla's going to be going in pretty soon, but we'll see what happens with that situation. So anyways, let's see what's going on in the media. Like, basically, let's see what's going on with gossip. So we're going to go to Hollywood Street King, and basically there is a photo of Rick Ross. And then Rick Ross is taking a photo with Gucci Mane, basically, and he has a white styrofoam cup in his hand, and people said they believe it's lean. I wish I could have, took some pictures and put them on a slideshow, but I'm kind of tired, and I got to get up early in the morning and continue packing and try to move all this shit, clean, blase in the third. So anyways, because I want my money back. I want all my money back. So anyways, Rick Ross he looks very thin. He looks healthy. He don't look healthy, but he looks thin. He looked like he could be leaning on Gucci Mane's shoulder to stand up. But anyways, they're assuming that it's lean in the cup. That would be crazy if Rick Ross is drinking lean right now, because he just got out the hospital. So it says, after going through a health scare that landed him in the ICU, it appears that Rick Ross may be back to sipping lean, judging by the recent picture posted on his Instagram account. The boss posted alongside Gucci Mane while holding a double styrofoam cup and preferred method for drinking the deadly Sprite concoction. So what do you guys think? You think Rick Ross is playing Russian roulette? Do you think Rick Ross was drinking lean and taking drugs and having sex with 2 strippers? They said that's allegedly what happened, and that's why, he was hooked up to a machine, basically, and he was found unconscious or whatever. So it is what it is. But I believe they traded, Rick Ross out for Craig Mack. Somewhere, somehow, instead of sacrificing Rick Ross, they chose Craig Mack. R.I.P. Craig Mack. I don't know. It just seems so fugazi, especially this cult that Craig Mack was involved in, and alleged the person that was in the video, in a 2012 video of Craig Mack being in a cult. The guy that was the white gentleman that was holding on to, Craig Mack has been charged with molestation charges, a pedophile, messing around with kids. So he was probably actually in a real crazy cult. due to the music business, and maybe he was getting ready to talk to say some things, because it said Craig Mack was on his deathbed and he knew that he was dying. So he did do a documentary before he died. I wonder if it's going to be the whole documentary. I wonder, was he going to add more stuff to it, or he was going to do a follow-up documentary if he believed he had time. But RIP. So I'm just like, damn. And so then we hear about, who is it? It's our boy from growing up hip hop Atlanta. We hear about, Bow Wow getting smacked in the face or whatever. So basically, Bow Wow get punched in the face for dissing Future. Basically, I guess when Future was dating Ciara at the time, Bow Wow was talking smack or whatever. And allegedly, Future is dating Bow Wow's baby's mother, Joy, or whatever. She was on the show too as well. And basically, it says that Bow Wow ran his mouth one too many times, and now he's paying for it. Video has leaked of the rapper getting punched by another rapper named Cheeks Boss Man, who's affiliated with Future. We are not sure what Bow said about the mask off rapper, but it must have been something really shady. So anyways, you got the dude that punched Bow Wow doing a video talking about stop lying, Bow Wow, stop this, stop that, or whatever. And basically the dude is clout chasing. He's bragging. He got like red dreads in his head or whatever. And he stole on Bow Wow. But basically, Bow Wow's mad short. This dude was mad tall, mad bigger than him. And he rushed him, and it was a sneak attack. So, you don't get no cool points for that. And I don't even know why would you get on your Instagram and get on your videos or go whatever and just be bragging about you hit Bow Wow. Don't make any sense. You see how small Bow Wow is? See how big you are? And you couldn't even shoot him a fair one? Because Bow Wow would have tried to fight you. And where was Bow Wow's security guys? Where was his peoples at? Where was somebody to protect him? Because, where was the brat? So anyways, it is what it is with that story. It's just sad because people think they got to run up on you, punch you, or they got to show their vagina, or they got to fight with you or lie on you to get clout. So it is what it is with that situation. So we got Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon, tells people how he feels about Ike Turner, basically. He feels some type of way about Ike Turner, him being a legend and the way that he died, how people didn't, like him, or he died with, a negative reputation, basically. But Tina Turner put that movie out, and that was all she wrote. So Nick Cannon feels that Ike Turner musical legacy was overshadowed. You know what I mean? So he felt like his musical legacy was overshadowed, and he died and he passed away as being a villain. And, it is true. He did die. People thinking that he was no good for what he did to Tina and beating women. But that was his personal character. But his music abilities and what he did for music did not, reach the success it was supposed to probably reach, or being, I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame or anything, if he got any stars or Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because him and Tina Turner did rock and roll music, and then it was taken over. So that's what Nick Cannon said in the interview. Basically, he just feels that it turns out that he empathized with the singer and feels like they have both been villains. So I guess, but Nick Cannon, I never heard about you beating a woman. So that man passed away being a villain. Cannon said we have like villain this dude. We don't even give him his credit of being one of the pioneers of rock and roll, or for his discovery for the great Tina Turner. That is true. Like he doesn't get it, and basically, especially back then, it was different when you beat a woman. Like you didn't go to jail and stuff like that. It would seem like, oh, you get a black eye, put ice on and keep your mouth closed. He did contribute to rock and roll, and rock and roll has basically been taken over by the Caucasians. But I understand what Nick Cannon is saying. Like, I don't even know if he went down in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, or if he got anything for the things that he did do in music. He did have a troubled life. He was on drugs and things like that. So I guess Nick Cannon, just because Nick Cannon feels like, people continue to think that Nick Cannon is a womanizer and he's a horrible person, and Nick Cannon feels like he's been painted as a villain. I guess. I guess, the Wild Out girls, Mariah Carey, all the other girls but Nick Cannon has a long list of women that he has been with, and he has not denied a lot of them. Just horrible villain that he was portrayed in the movie, and I was just like, dang, Ike never got to tell his side of the story. That is true. And I felt like that many times, and in several relationships, he went on to say that sometimes the media be trying to Ike Turner you, and yo, before I die, y'all not gonna villainize me. I am telling my story, damn it. I am telling my story. I'm telling this joint. So, yeah, so it is very important that you do tell your story, especially if you got a story to tell, especially if your story is innovating, especially if you pioneer in some type of shape or form and any type of business. And sometimes people do have, good legacies when it comes to their work ethic and what they put out there, but then their personal life kind of destroys their career. Their personal life kind of destroys their career, because but it was easy for people to steal Ike Turner's music, for people to take credit for a lot of things that Ike Turner did do, but and he didn't get the credit for it, or the culture didn't get the credit for it as well. So I understand when Nick Cannon is saying that he didn't tell his side of the story. We only saw one side of a story, and we all know that there's two sides to a story and the truth. But I always rock with Tina Turner. I'm telling you, Tina Turner got me through a lot of days. She got me into looking at things differently, especially in the movie Ring Nang Shang Ho, whatever. I was like, oh, what is that she's doing? What is that? So that was Nick Cannon's conversation about the situation about Ike Turner, because he feels like he's a villain. People paint him as a villain, as a womanizer. So we're going to move on to a brighter subject. We're going to move on to Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is going to be headlining at the Pitchfork Music Festival with the Miseducated of Lauryn Hill 20th anniversary performance. My goodness, I didn't even know about this until now, so I just clicked on it. I wish I could go. So I love Lauryn Hill. Her music helped me out a lot too. That thing, that was my shit, whatever. All of Lauryn, I grew up with a lot of guys, in the neighborhood that rapped. We had, ciphers, we had rap ciphers and everything. Everybody just rapped. Everybody was into music, and most of them still make music today. Some of them got 15-20 albums out. They ain't like stars like that, but these dudes respected Lauryn Hill, and these were like some lyricists that I grew up with. I mean, lyricists. I mean, like, I couldn't, they couldn't do their schoolwork, but when you talk about writing and you talk about, connecting words together and being lyrical, in English class, they did very well. And history, they did very well. But, they was good at math too, because I knew how to make that money. So anyways, they respected Lauryn Hill. So basically, Lauryn Hill is going to be, headlining the festival, and she's going to be performing. And, I know it's going to be July 20th through July 22nd in Chicago Union Park. I don't know if I'm going to Chicago. Come on, do this show somewhere else near me, stuff. But anyways, so Lauryn Hill is going to be performing, and I love Lauryn Hill. I ain't gonna even lie. Oh no, they're going to be performing a lot of different places. Hold on. Anywhere near me, because I would love to. I loved her, especially with her and Nas. If I ruled the world, that was my shit. Nope, they ain't gonna be nowhere near me. Nope. It is what it is. So, like I said, my videos are gonna be late. I'm getting up out of this bitch. I've been here for 12 years. It's time to move on and start something new. So, what else is going on? I guess Amber Rose shut down rumors of her and 21 Savage breakup. Who cares? But I guess, Nas is going through it with, Kelis. We learned that Nas, sold Doorbells, the company that he invested in, and someone brought the company for $1 billion. And if you go to my slideshow, I think it's in my What's Going On playlist, I talk about Nas and all the investments that Nas is in. Nas is up there. I don't know why he never makes the Forbes list or whatever, but he's up there with all the investment, what the percentage that he has in these companies and how much money they make. Like, Nas really is an entrepreneur. He's everything. And so anyways, I guess so Kelis Nas divorce court battle was bad than we think. These two have been in a full war since December due to Kelis wanting a judge to increase Nas' child support payments for their growing son. But never mind what these two have going on, because things have become so heated that their lawyers are taking shots at each other. Got a hold of court documents Kelis filed in which she describes her attorney being called a dickhead, an unflattering name, in recent depositions. What's going on? Kelis ain't playing around. She wants that money. I wonder, would Kelis and Nas ever get back together? I wonder. But anyways, I don't know, because I think he still got some for her. I think she still got some for him, even though she's married or whatever. But it is what it is. They're saying that Nicki Minaj is pregnant. They're saying she's pregnant by Nas. They're saying, Carly B's pregnant. Who cares? I don't care. But there's some people that do care. So anyways, it is what it is. So I guess there's really not much to going on. So I'm going to continue to go in here and clean and pack some more boxes. So peace and one love to all my peeps and my peoples. I'm out. One love.